Hey guys! So, the day you've all been waiting for is here. It's not polished day. You guys might notice things look a little different, and let me explain what happened, why I'm posting so late, because my intention was to record last night and edit it and then post early today. Then I saw that my new camera mount was going to be here this morning, so I figured, well, no, let's go ahead and wait for that so I don't have to record with my same old duct taped mess and you know, get the lovely view, right? Well, so things got a little hectic this morning. I get back and go to put my camera mount on my table, which, as you can see, it's a big slab of marble, which I got free on Facebook. Somebody was giving it away and nobody wanted it because it was like 300 pounds, because it's like somebody took an old countertop and put it on a wooden table, and it's just huge, and it's marble, and it's kind of nice. Anyway, so, however, because it's sitting on top of an already existing table, right under the edge of the marble is where the table hits, and there's a little lip under there. So when I go to put the clamp for the mount on the edge of the table, it bumps into that, so it won't go all the way onto the table. It's just kind of at the edge, which makes it not as stable. I am a licensed contractor, right? So that was what I did before COVID hit. I remodeled stuff, and I was a contractor, wore a tool belt, did the whole 9 yards, you know. Anyway, so I have a lot of tools. However, they've been put away for a while because I haven't really been using them. My power tools, my big stuff. Someone else in my house, who shall remain nameless, has been using my tools. Now, I have a power drill kind of thing. So it has a trigger lock on it. Like, so you don't have to hold it down the whole time you're drilling for when you're trying to drill holes through something. So with that drill are drill bits that look kind of like shovels, and they scoop out a big portion of whatever, and I was going to use that to take that piece of lip off so my clamp would fit. Well, I guess there had been some issues with my drill, like the trigger locking. So I didn't know that. It would lock itself and then just like spin for a while. Well, nobody told me that. So when I went to plug it in, the trigger was locked. So it spun on at full speed. And as I was scrambling and trying to get it to stop, I heard a pop. I was trying to turn off the power strip I had it plugged into. I heard a very loud pop and then saw fire. So, yeah, I started a small fire trying to put a camera mount on a table. How that's even... That's my life. I go to put a clamp on a table that should involve no fire whatsoever, and I start a fire in my nail room, no less. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. It's that day. It's not polished day. And I am so excited. We've been waiting forever. So we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna hustle to get it up so you guys can see everything. Now, first I want to talk about the lovely ladies that sent me this stuff. And let's get this adjusted so you guys can see everything. So I'm liking this. I'm liking the view. I'm liking how this is working out. Yeah. I can move it without it shaking for half an hour. It's kind of cool. Okay, so first, let's talk about Courtney and Stephanie. Thank you so much for everything. I am so excited to try this stuff. I did open one and try it because it was a problematic color and I wanted to see what it would do, you know, be prepared. So I think you guys are in for a really cool treat. So we are going to go through all of these. I don't have a brush, but I do have the monomer. Let me just, let me talk about something for a second. So Courtney brought to my attention a while back the issue with the Ibellis brush. She was kind enough to let me know that there was an issue with the company and what they were doing. And we're going to talk about that probably tomorrow, because I want to get to why that video is missing and what happened. She was kind enough to let me know what was going on so that I could rectify it, so I wasn't giving people bad information, and I really appreciate that. So we've become kind of friends, you know, I think. If that's weird, I'm sorry, but I feel like she's my friend. So same as a few of you guys, we started chatting and got to know each other. So anyway, she really wanted me to try this, and it was on my list, but, you know, I'm slowly working my way through brands. So she sent me, you know, a couple of the jars of nail polish. She also sent me some other stuff she wanted me to try, like the, like this. But the most adorable thing is that she labeled it all. Everything had these adorable little labels on them. It was so cute. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you to her. So Stephanie, she's someone I met back when I was in the gifting group. She, like a lot of us, I'm not going to tell her business, but she, like a lot of us, was going through a rough time, and that's when she found nails, and it brought her some peace, just like it did for most of us. And I think most of us have pretty similar stories from what I've heard from you guys, that, you know, a lot of us were having hard times, and we got going with this, and it kind of gave us a purpose and a focus and some peace, I guess. Same with me. Back when I met her, I was, you know, gifting things to people just randomly, and we kind of became friends, and, you know, talked, and she had a really rough year. And then a little while back, she insisted on doing something nice for me, which I thought, after the year she's had, that she, you know, her first thought was to do something for someone else. After the year she's had, that meant a lot to me, and I was really touched by it. So I just wanted to thank her for that, and recognize that I know we've all, most of us and most of you guys that I've talked to, we've all had kind of a rough go of it in our lives, and we've all kind of lost faith in humanity at one point. Damn it, Ozzy, with his hair. I swear I'm going to shave that dog. Anyway, we've all kind of lost faith in humanity at one point or another, and I like the community we've built here. It kind of reminds me that there are still good people out there, that not everybody is the worst possible case every time. You know, there are still good people, and you guys have kind of showed me that, and I know you showed each other that, and it's really cool. I love what we've built here. I'm not crying, you're crying. Shut up. Let's move on. Anyway, so Stephanie sent me some of the big jars, the top coat, and the monomer, which I'm pretty excited about. However, I don't know if I did this when I put it back in, after I opened it, when I put it back in the box, or if they did, but it leaked a little bit. So when it leaked, it took the color off of the, anyway, I kind of like the bottle though. It's got the little squeeze top, and it's super thick plastic, like almost like a lotion bottle or a shampoo bottle. It is a very good color, purple. Not that pink purple, it's that dark blue purple, which is better for yellowing. Which I don't think their stuff yellows. I don't know. I don't think their stuff yellows, but I think it's just in case you're using it with acrylic that does, and we've all been there and got that raggedy acrylic and monomer that turns, ugh. I ain't saying no names, but a couple of you know who I'm talking about. Alright, so I think I'm going to use the glitter bells again today, although I was thinking about using the nail couture. I don't know. Let's do both. We'll just kind of swap back and forth. So anyway, I was trying out something else that I'm going to be doing this week. I finally got acrylic back on my hands, and I feel human again. And this, I just wanted something covering my nails last night, so I did it really quick, but I will be showing you guys this stuff later this week. It's so pretty. And this red, when you put it on, it looks like melted cherry popsicle. It's so beautiful. Okay, let's get down to business. Look, Courtney even sent me a file, because they have the 100 grit files that, so for shaping, you want the lower grit. The lower grit are coarser. Let me explain why that's important for shaping. So when you have a regular file and you're trying to file that shape, If it's finer, you tend to push harder, and when you push, it bends your file, right? So you can't get that nice crisp line. When you have a coarser file with a lower grit, you're taking off the acrylic without as much pressure, so you can still get that nice perfect line without having to push and flex and bend on the file, which is really cool. So, and these are huge, and they're washable and disinfectable. That's awesome. So these probably last a while, but they are great for shaping. And if you want that extra crispy shape, keep your finger on the back of it as you do it, and it keeps it from moving even a little bit. But that's how you get that super clean shape. Lower grit files. I need to do a shaping thing. Anyway, you guys probably don't even know if I can do nails. All right, let's get started. So I'm gonna save this for last because this is special and I wanna explain why. Also, I did use the top coat on my nails last night, and they are super glossy. It's holding up really well. I like it a lot. It's like glass. They're beautiful. Ooh. They're very shiny, which normally isn't important to me, but now I'm like, ooh, look at that. I can see myself in my thumbnail. It's pretty cool. And it doesn't stink. I mean, I melted a little bit of the paint, but so what? It doesn't smell. I don't know if you get, like I used to use Macart No Wipe Top Coat exclusively because that stuff you can wear it for a month and it doesn't wear down, but it has a really weird smell before you cure it, almost like sulfur. It's weird, or eggs or something, I don't know. But this stuff is really nice. Clearly, it does the job. So yeah, gloss it, I guess. All right. Yay, I'm so excited. So we have first and second nude. We're gonna start with those because you guys know how much I love nudes. First nude, second nude. I don't know, tell me what you guys think of the view, if this is okay or if I should go back to the overhead thing. I haven't touched any of these except for the green and the purple, and that was for testing purposes. So I'm right there with you guys. I don't know if it's anything like the green and purple. We're gonna have fun. Lovely color. Lovely. Let me shake this up real quick. And can I just say the presentation is amazing. Like, I love the colors. I love the jars. They're very, like, they're super display worthy, and it's just done really well. You know, very classy. I like it. And it doesn't really clash with the colors either, which you would think with the red that it would, but it really doesn't. Like, the red is subdued enough. All right. First nude, so we'll do that one first. Second nude. So we'll do that. Oh wait, that's different. Oh, this seal is different. I think it's new, the second nude. I'm not sure, but I think it said new on the website when I was checking them out. Cause yeah, I go and sit and do like, and fill my card up with stuff I want and sit and look at it and fangirl over it. And I've been wanting to do not polish for a while, but I wanted to wait until I could get like a decent amount because I didn't want to get one because that would make me cry. And these ladies just took care of it for me. Like it's awesome. And this is Candy Crush. It was like a pink, get out of there. It was a pink with just like a touch of, I don't know how to explain it, but you'll see. Let's get a little bit closer. Okay. All right, so let's start with the Glitter Bells brush. Let me get my brush holder out here. Oop. All right. By the way, I can't smell this monomer right now. Like, I know monomer smells to everybody, but like the Glitter Bells, I could smell the whole time I was doing the video. I can't smell this at all unless I move it. So it's low odor and the smell doesn't like linger. You know what I mean? I like that. All right, so first nude's a little lighter than second nude. Oh, by the way, I spoke to someone who had the glitter brush. She said the same thing, like she wanted to hate it, that it wasn't acting right, but then once she used it, it was like, oh, well, okay then, because it's really soft and flexible, and she didn't think that was going to be good. But my friend Desiree, she didn't think it was going to work, but she said it really steps up your application, I guess, because you can't force the acrylic down, so you have to lay a little differently with it. But she said the same thing. She didn't want to like it, but she did. Ooh, I messed up already. I let it sit too long. My bad. You guys ever do that? Put a bead on your brush and then sit and start talking and get lost and forget it, and then next thing you know, you got a little rock on the end of your brush? Or is that just me? It's probably just me. Who else sits and talks to themselves while they're doing practice nails, right? Or do you guys? I don't know. Maybe you do. So right away, well, I can't really, I do love that color. It matches this hand almost perfectly. So I can't tell if it's like leveling itself or not because it was too dry. Oh, it is. This is more of a, I don't know, it's not necessarily a pink or a peachy nude. It's, I don't know, it's like a perfect blend of both. So yeah, definitely sorry about getting this up late and sorry about the fire. But now I get to go buy a new drill, so that's cool, and I'm not paying for it. Like, why, if it was doing something like that, why would you not say something before? You know, people are just, I'm guessing it was someone didn't want to tell me that they busted my drill. So now I get a new drill. I could have done without the fire, but you know, hey, new tools. It's like nail stuff to me. Like, I love getting new tools. You should see like the stuff. I guess it's probably weird because, you know, I do nails, but like my garage is outfitted, but it's all like stuff to take with me because, you know, not like the big power tools and stuff, like the big table saws and stuff. I just have a lot of small power tools. It's a lot of fun. I mean, when we first moved here, because this is more of a traditional town, they looked at me like I was crazy because I'm a woman. But they got used to it. So yes, absolutely leveling itself out. Just a tiny bit of marbling, but it's going away as soon as you touch it, which is cool. Ooh. Got away from me. Glitter Bell's brush still doing its thing. It is impressive. Like, it's so weird. I really thought it was going to be bad, and now I'm just like, oh, I love this. This is amazing. I know everybody thought I was, everybody thought I was saying don't buy this brush. I was talking to one person in particular because they were planning on buying it, and I had, you know, I had a surprise, and everybody's like, oh my God, I already bought it. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I could have been clearer about that. I apologize. Just like I could have laid this acrylic correctly, but where's the fun in that? All right. So the monomer is about a medium setting. Like, it's not super fast. It's not slow either, so, you know, be ready. Like you saw the bead kind of take form. All right. I like this. I love this nude. I don't know. I have trouble finding a nude for myself because I'm so pale. I'm like I'm almost blue, like see-through pale, which, I mean, clearly you guys can see. So that's a very nice nude. I like that. All right, let's check out the second one. I was gonna do swatches, but nah. I like playing with the hand. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Oh, by the way, the hand will be here tomorrow, or Sunday, sorry. It's, I found the cheapest silicone practice hand on Amazon. It was about 40 bucks. I think it was like 48 with tax and everything, because South Dakota has different sales tax, whatever. So, but yeah, it was under 50 bucks with everything. And like I said, it looks a lot like my Know You hand, so I think I know what to expect from it. But we're gonna check it out and see, you know, because if it's good, it's a really good deal. Because I think the next closest one is like $65, and that's just ridiculous. I mean, especially, let me clarify, especially for a first practice hand, because you're gonna trash it. Like, well, maybe that's just me, but I trashed a couple because you don't know like how to. It takes a while to figure out, you know, the cuticles and how rough you can be, and filing and what a file will do to the cuticles, and you know, but you have to be able to practice with it as well. So it just takes a little bit to find that medium, you know, the middle ground of what's rough and, or what's too rough and what's rough enough, I guess. So you're gonna trash the first one. So I think, you know, like I said, like we were talking about with the brushes, if you're not sure you want to invest, you know, $200 in a red iguana, which I will never recommend. There are other hands out there that do just as good of a job for half the price. So yeah, if you're not sure, you know, how long you're gonna, if you're gonna stick with it or what, or, you know, I suggest getting one of the cheaper ones, you know, beating the crap out of it for a little while till you figure out your way around. That's what I did. Actually, me and a friend of mine, Dana, we went because you can buy them on like Alibaba, but you can't, but like, it's cheaper if you buy more than one. And a lot of those places have minimums. So we found one where you had to buy at least two, but it was like $85 for two. So we went in together and got silicone hands. Oh, let me show you that hand. Let me show you what I did to that hand. So I know they say you can glue the nails onto the nail beds, and they tell you to take it off with acetone. Well, I was impatient. So I kept ripping the nails off, and then I tried to fix it with silicone. Red Iguana sells a stuff called Silpoxy that's supposed to fix that any breaks in the silicone. Like, you can tell I never use the thumb, and you can tell because it's still in one piece. But yeah, I trashed this hand. So had I spent, you know, 150 bucks on that, I would be very upset. I mean, not at anybody, it's my fault, but I'd still be upset. All right, so this one definitely has more of a pink tint to it. Again, it's not real, I wouldn't call it, it's not marbling and it's not separating. It's just like, it takes the pigment a second to, I guess, mix itself, but it is absolutely mixing itself. Like, it's just cleaning itself right up. And this one is definitely a deeper, see, this is more of a tan kind of base, like almost a brown base, whereas this one's more of a pink and peach base. Because as that dried, it got darker, and it matches that hand almost exactly. That's cool. This one looks a little brighter, but it looks like they're drying a little darker, so we'll see. Yeah, as it settles, it just mixes itself right up. It's pretty cool. I do enjoy it. Now, we're saving that neon green for last because I don't know if you guys have ever worked with neon greens, but they are problematic. That's the word that I use for those things. And not, you know, it's nothing to do with the company. It's just, neons are just difficult. Like, for any acrylic, they're difficult. Yeah, this one's definitely drying more of a pink or a peach. So nice. Like, it's very, very smooth. It's like super creamy too. Like, it's just nice. I like this a lot. Great. There went the rest of my money. And the color is pretty even, like all the way through. There's no like light spots or like it's just as opaque all the way through. So very nice work. I see now why everyone was so excited about this. Because I kept having people recommend it to me, but you know, I've been disappointed before. I've been let down. We've all been hurt before, you know? And it's hard to learn to trust again. These companies don't care. All right, so let's move on and let that set so we can see what color it sets as, like if it gets much lighter or darker. I like this one because it's brighter, but I like that one as, I have a thing for just straight nude sets. I think on that cuticle video I did forever ago, I did a nude set on myself that I spent like a whole day trying to match it to my skin tone exactly, and I got like a sheer nude that matched. I was so excited. All right, let's do Candy Crush. Then I'm gonna pop these out and put new nails in. I got the next round already lined up for the other ones. Bam, I'm ready to go. I was very excited to do this today. All right. Let's get a big one. I love this monomer, by the way. It is just pleasant. It's not stinking up the place. My eyes aren't burning. I cannot smell it. Like, okay, so same thing. It did separate a little bit, but you guys can see what it's doing here. So as soon as you go to start working it, it just sets itself right. That's cool. I like that. Wonder how they do that. I mean, obviously it's probably just quality materials, you know, but that's cool. This is neat. This has kind of a, I don't know what to call it. Definitely a peach. It does look like candy, actually. Kind of like those peach rings, you know? I thought it was gonna be pink. It's not pink. I mean, it's kind of pink, but it's not pink. It's peach. I like that. Like, I like that. That's cute. But yeah, it's weird. Even when it does separate, it just lays itself right back down. And like, it's like, no, we got this. And then it sorts itself out. That's cool. Nice. This is cool. If you look really close, it's hard to explain. It has almost like a sugared effect inside the color. I can't explain this. Let me see if I can. It almost looked kind of like bubbles, but it's not. And it's not shimmer. So I don't know what exactly to call that. It's really cool though. I really thought this was gonna be pink. It looks like it should be pink. Yeah, it definitely looks like those peach rings. Do you guys remember those? I think they still have them. They were so disgusting. I loved them. They were so gross. I know that this one was a new one on the website too, I think. I'm pretty sure this one was new. And you know, it's always got like a peach champagne kind of look. That's really cool. I do love that. That is gorgeous. See, I hate doing this on a camera because it's hard for you guys to see without being up close. So I kind of want to take this nail and drive it to everybody's house. And we can't do that because that's creepy and weird and the cops say so. So can't do that. All right, so that was Candy Crush. Now let's do the, what color was this? Ooh, Falling for You. Yeah. We're gonna do the Model 1s all this week too. And I got that new eye gel diamond ombre powder because it's supposed to be, like a few people have told me it was really good and not at all like eye gel's normal stuff. So I wanted to check it out. So I got a bunch of that. And I wanna see if it's as good as everybody says. Let's back this out. Okay. Well, I still want you to be able to see. I like being able to move things now without worrying about everything coming apart. All right, I want to use the Nail Couture brush now. I'm stressing that Glitter Bells brush out. Excuse me. You guys seem to be enjoying the longer videos. I always thought that that was like, I don't know, I didn't want to bore people, but hey, if you guys don't mind, I'll sit here all day, I don't care. Yeah, that is drying so cool. It's not really so much orangey either. It's a very nice peach. I like that. And now this one has dried a little more. Definitely pinker than this one. This is more of a tan beigeish, and this one is definitely more pinky peach. But this matches almost exactly. That is so cool. Huh. Okay. And I know since I don't finish it and put clear and stuff on it, I don't really do the acrylics much justice. So someone had mentioned wanting to see a full set. We're gonna do that this weekend because I want to try some stuff. I want to do that spring thing. It's like where you do the white polish and then the pigment. So I'm gonna try that out this weekend. Ooh. Okay, I'm positive this one's pink. It has to be. You think? It's gotta be. Gotta be pink. But then I thought that was pink, so who knows? All right. All right. It's gotta be pink. It better be pink. Wait, where'd it go? Over here. Okay. Oh, yes, it's pink. Yay. That is way too big. Lord. Let's relocate that up there. Oh, that is beautiful. That's like a deep kind of rose mauve color. I don't know. It's very pretty. It's very deep. That is beautiful. It reminds me of lipstick. It's got like that deep pink lipstick color. Absolutely no marbling, no streaking, which you guys know reds can be a little difficult sometimes. I mean, it's not a red, but, well, I guess, yeah, it kind of is. But this is more of a blue tone pink than an orange toned. Because there are blue reds and there are orange reds. And this one's definitely more blue toned. I like that. So far I'm in love. You guys were absolutely right. I should have listened. And it just like, you can move it so easily without it like falling apart or, you know, ruining your, it just keeps moving and keeps pushing. That is so cool. I'm not being nice to these brushes today. Yeah, it's just beautiful. I know, I've said it a whole bunch, but you guys were right. Absolutely worth it. I mean, I guess if I had paid for it, it would have been worth it. This is really cute. It's like that, it's not Barbie pink, it's like the accent Barbie pink, you know, the one that, the color that they use for like the edges of stuff. That's what it, that's what it is. It's the other Barbie pink, the dark Barbie pink. Absolutely no marbling, no separation whatsoever. beautiful. All right, so got a couple entries for the Young Nails thing. And let me switch these out really quick. Oh, I love that. So we got a couple entries, and I'm gonna, wait until next week, about the same time, later in the week to draw for that, because I want to give people time to enter. And this one I'm not doing the same way as the other ones where I just pick from anyone who's commented, because I know, like, that's not for everybody, and some people were well beyond a beginner's kit, so I don't want to insult anybody or anything. So I would rather this go, to somebody who needs it, is maybe just starting out, whatever. So, I mean, it doesn't have to, it doesn't have to be somebody in need, but that way, if you don't want it or need it, you can leave yourself out if you want. Now, if you want it, absolutely, it's for anyone. So absolutely enter. If you like Young Nails stuff, if you think you'd benefit from it. So, all right, let's prep this real quick. So the way I avoid completely trashing it, like the little bits that you see taken off, I did like the first day I had it. And since then, I've figured out how to keep it from doing that, even though I'm gluing these down. I don't know why I'm just gonna talk through everything. So you put the primer down, right? Let it dry for a second. And then I found this I have this garbage brush-on glue. It's absolutely awful. Comes in a bunch of those cheap kits, right? So I used that to put it on, and it pops off. It comes right off later. It stays down while I need it to, but then it kind of cracks. And instead of putting it right here, which clearly I was doing, I put it on the back of the nail and then push it up into the cuticle like this, so it glues it down at the back instead of right here. And that way I don't pull any more pieces off. Just FYI, in case anyone was wondering. And this glue doesn't hold for crap, so it lasts about half an hour and then it'll pop right off. So that works for me, which, I mean, sucks if you wanted to actually glue stuff, but it works for this really well. All right, we got 3 more colors. Is that too big? That might be too big. There we go. That'll work there. Okay. Got 3 more colors and then we are done. This is gonna end up being 45 minutes too. So let's do this blue really quick, which is, I couldn't tell without opening it if it was like a metallic or what. Blue is my absolute favorite color of all time. Blues and pinks together though, oh, it's just something extra special. Ooh, that's pretty. That is really pretty. Look at that. All right. So, oh, that's so deep. Look at that. Oh, that is gorgeous. So again, same thing. The little area where it's separated, it seems to be blending itself. That is so weird. I wonder, like, that's gonna drive me crazy until I figure out how they do that. Ooh, if you thin it out, you get a nice, like, jelly color. That's cool. That is super pretty. It's like almost a midnight. No, not midnight, because it's brighter than that. And it's got that same kind of champagne thing going on that the peach did, the Candy Crush did. That is really pretty. And I am seeing like one tiny little streak down here, but there's not a whole lot of acrylic there, so I don't know if that's just a blank spot. We'll find out. Yeah, as soon as you pat it, it just like, it's just like, oh, sorry. It's weird. I like it. I love this color. This is beautiful. However, it looks like it stains pretty well. Yeah, that blue is going to stain everything, so be careful once you get the acrylic on. Oh, I missed a spot. I missed a couple spots. I am absolutely in love. That is so pretty. I'm trying to think of what... Yeah, it is a very deep, not quite navy, because it's too bright for that. It's too vibrant for that. Oh, do you remember, you guys know the painting Starry Night by Van Gogh? That's what it reminds me of. So very even color once I applied it correctly. Very even, very deep pigmented color with, like I said, as soon as you touch it. I think I'm gonna use that on this hand. That and that pink. We're gonna, yeah. Yep. All right, so here's the cool part that I wanted to show you. And this was the most impressive part, even still, after playing with them all. This part still impressed me a lot. So, neon greens can be, they're very, very hard to get them to not marble. So they separate immediately, they kind of tend to stay streaky, and that's been my experience with almost all of the neon greens that I've used. And that's not, like I said, that's nothing against the companies, it's just very hard to mix it correctly. Like, it's very hard to get it, especially when you're mixing it with, you know, mixing a polymer with monomer and trying to get it to blend like that. It's one thing for like people who work in the industry, like printing or painting or whatever. It's one thing for them to try to get to do it, but it's another thing to try to get it to do it by chemical reaction. So it's to be forgiven. It's not really something a lot of the companies can help. And I'm going to show you, and this did it too. However, let me switch. However, it did something else. Let me show you this purple first, because it did it a little bit too. And this is just as deep as that blue. I want to show you guys this. It's really cool. So, I'm very excited today. Today's been a good day, except for the fire, you know. All right. So, let me get you guys up close here. Okay, so as you can see, the clear is on top, but do you see what's missing from this one? You can see it's separated, but there's very little to no white, which is weird for a purple, right? To make a clear purple, but there's almost no white. And then when you go to lay it down, and this and the green probably separated the most out of any of these colors. However, as soon as you touch it, it's gone. But I was most impressed by the green because the green shouldn't have done it, if that makes sense. And you'll see exactly how separated this green was. Like, it was super separated, and it just fixed itself. It's nice to know that all of their colors do that. I haven't had one not out of all of these, that didn't just immediately rectify itself. That's really cool. So I think these would be really good beginner acrylics. You know, like after you've been at it a while, you know how to deal with marbling and how to, you know, combat it. But beginners, not so much. So they tend to look for products that don't marble at all, which is hard to get colors this bright that don't marble at all. You know what I mean? Colors this bright or this pigmented or, you know, whatever. That's really hard to do. So you're stuck either just using gel polish or dealing with marbling like most of the pros do. And there are some, like even Valentino's has some colors that marble, and that's one of, you know, supposed to be one of the best. I disagree, but that's just my personal opinion. So yeah, see what I mean? It just kind of like straightens itself out. This purple is beautiful. Like, it is the absolute perfect royal purple, except with less yellow. Like, royal purple kind of sometimes has that. This is just a perfect deep royal purple. I love it. Now I'm getting excited to get to the green, so I'm rushing, and it's clearly showing. I'm like a little kid. These are my toys. But we can't leave a nail half done. See, again, it kind of separated there. And I guess maybe there is even a little white in there, but not much. But enough to make it this perfect, creamy, Willy Wonka purple. Like, it's beautiful. I love this. Love it. That is just beautiful. Okay, onto the green. And this is just, it's looking like ink, like inky water. It's really cool. This would be good for like aquarium nails, like the background. All right, onto the green. Oh, let's mix that up. So this, I think, well, it says Hot Lime Bling. So not only is it green, it's yellow too. Oof, rough. That's hard. Let me see if I have another neon to show you. Okay, onto the green. And this is just, it's looking like ink, like inky water. It's really cool. This would be good for like aquarium nails, like the background. All right, onto the green. Oh, let's mix that up. So this, I think, well, it says Hot Lime Bling. So not only is it green, it's yellow too. Oof, rough. That's hard. Let me see if I have another neon to show you. Okay, so I don't have another neon green, but I do have an orange. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so we got some neon, right? This almost looks like it might have some white in it too. Let's grab a swatch stick. Okay. Okay, let's move down here. So you can see that clear part at the top, and when you try to work it, that clear doesn't mix back in, right? It just, the pigment sits right there at the bottom. It doesn't mix. Now, that's pretty typical. So what you end up doing is getting that separation, and then you layer, right? Which is fine. But then you end up, when you, well, most people don't file the color part down, but. So you can see where the pigment is. Well, I don't know if you guys can see, but you see these streaks right here? So even when you go to work it, it does not, still no blend, right? So you just kind of have to layer it and then pull the clear down over top of the next part. And that's okay, it works. And that's been my experience with a lot of neons. And then you end up with this ring of pigment right here. I'm gonna take an up close picture of this to put right here so that you guys can see what I'm talking about up close. I'm gonna like super zoom because I want you guys to see those streaks that I'm talking about, and I don't think you're gonna get the full view of it. This looks like a goldfish. You can't really get it on camera because of the lights and the reflection, so I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see it. Okay. Now, let's go on to this green. I need to move this. It's a cool orange though. Green. Green. Let me get you close. Let's get rid of these. I don't want to mess up the color. I want you guys to be able to see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. This was pretty cool the first time I saw it. So when you get your bead, now when you go to lay it down, same thing. You see that clear layer and the streaks. I can't really explain why. It's the same thing the others did, but green should not do this. It absorbed it right back up. Neon green should not do this. It absorbed all of that pigment back into the clear. I don't know. It's pretty cool. It's like a science experiment. So that there are no streaks, no pigment. The color is perfectly even all the way through. It's really, really kind of nifty. So the scientist in me wants to know why. Why is it? And then it turns into a highlighter color. Like I would have called this highlighter, but that's just me. Oh no, you know what? Glitter Bells has some colors that are called highlighters, so that might be why. It's just, it shouldn't do that, especially as bright as this stuff is, because this is like day glow. Do you remember the body glove stuff when well, that's when I was a kid. You guys probably aren't that as old as me, but this is like, there were those rayon nylon shorts that everybody wore that were this color. And it's just super impressive. So yeah, call me a convert. I am impressed. You guys have made a believer out of me on the nail polish. I mean, I believed you. I didn't think it was as great as everybody said, because everybody says something's great. You know what I mean? Everything has somebody singing its praises, but this was like everybody. I was like, oh, well, maybe. But nope, you guys weren't over-exaggerating even a little bit. Color me impressed. Yeah, but this green is like magic. That's just chemically, it shouldn't happen. It just shouldn't. Especially this bright, because that means like there's got to be white pigment in there somewhere for it to get this bright, right? You can't just get that on clear. So how do they do it? It's magic. All right, anyway, so we got coming up Young Nails giveaway. I'll be drawing for it next week. We got the eye gel stuff. We got that Model 1s haul that I never got around to. I need to do that. We have that German Kolinsky brush coming. We have the hand. We also or the cheapest hand on Amazon. We also have Kiara Sky and Glam and Glitz. So that's why I'm going to be posting every day this week. I have a lot I want to get through. I got enough stuff to do videos for a month, and I'm just like, nah, we're going to do it all. Like, we're just going to go every day till I get it. And don't forget, we will be having the live Friday evening at 8 o'clock Central Time, 7 o'clock Mountain Time, and I'll look up the rest of the times and post them sometime this week. So, as always, seriously, Stephanie and Courtney, thank you guys so much. And you guys, thank you for all the recommendations. You were absolutely correct. It is gorgeous, it's beautiful, and I love it. Thank you so much. And as always, Thanks for watching.